Okay, so with Bitcoin, what I'm looking at right now is I want to make sure that the most significant support area on the chart that I went over yesterday can hold. If this support area can hold, then we're looking at much higher prices. But here's the thing though, there's a few ways I'm looking at this, and even if support doesn't hold, it would just provide a quick, in my own opinion, just a better opportunity to buy to open up some new longs at a discounted price. And because I believe even if support doesn't hold, I'm going to get into that in a moment in more detail. Any price dipping into the purple area, which is between 85,000 and 100,000, there's just going to be a quick recovery. It won't last too long, in my opinion. But to get started, I did close out the trade. I closed it out early. As you can see, there's no more positions. It's all zeroed out. um, I'm gonna tell you guys why I closed the trade and what the P&L is because it's not showing. It's already too late. I already cycled through it, but basically, the last hour before market close was, I'm gonna make this bigger so it can be easier to look at. Was this candle right here where it had a massive bullish wick before coming down and fluctuating most of its for most of that hour down here. So I got out early because, well, I would rather see a proper retracement, right? We haven't seen that proper retracement down into the blue area between 104, 104.3 and 107,000. Um, it didn't even break below, trying to reach it by breaking below 108. So this is just a little too weak in my opinion. Honestly, I would rather see, like, for example, an imbalance down here on a 2 hour, 4 hour candle time frame be filled. um it's just something that increases my confidence on the chart. So I'm not going to be hopeful or anything. Plus, short term trading, I don't like to hold positions for more than 24 hours. So the following day, today, from opening that position, here's the last hour, right? The wick kept going higher. Now, if this was a confirmed low, which so far it's not, but if it was, and we've seen enough bullish momentum pick up, as you can see, we had just, a really nice solid candle upwards, and then another one almost retesting this swing high right here. If there was enough momentum, well, we could have easily seen the swing high crushed easily, and we could have at least gone into the next fib level within this structure, um, which will open up the pathway to 111K in the smaller picture. But it failed. It didn't even want to hit that swing high. Volume was decreasing, and we were also on the way down from very much over exhausting the R side to the upside. So I told myself, I'm like, you know what, volume isn't there. We haven't reached the support. RSI is pretty much premium, so yeah, that's enough of a sign just to want to get out early. A lot of the bullishness seems to have faded away, as you can see, even after it came down and it tried attempting to go higher right here. It also failed to even break the swing high, which is again lower than the primary one we're looking at. So it's just, I decided to close out early. It's not it's not saying what it is, but earlier today I was up. It was just about 600. I believe it was like 580 for the day, and then from open, which was yesterday, I think we were up. You guys can, I mean, it's on yesterday's video. I forgot. It was either like around 350 or around the 400 mark. So really, overall profit, just conservatively, I'm gonna conservatively. I think the estimate is rounded down to like 800 profit. I forgot what it was. But the portfolio value reflects roughly an 800 profit. I'm not really paying too much attention to it. It's not a trade that I'm overly invested in. It's just a short term fluctuative play, but still nice profit either way. Um, and then we have some news. You guys know, and this is the other thing too. It's like I'm glad I got out of the trade because there is a lot of positive, like, progression in the China tariffs. We've If you guys been looking at any news updates today, you know that there's some positive news, right? Progress actually being made, and it's very promising. And that came like a couple hours after closing out the position, and even with that positive news, it still didn't want to break up higher. So that shows that a lot of bulls are probably taking profit from this going up a lot, because you guys gotta remember this breakout we had right here to the upside into this blue fib area, which is a retracement or resistance area, I should say. Um, a lot of this was leading up to this announcement, and it looks like the announcement was exactly what a lot of people were probably anticipating. So a lot of that is already factored into the price, is at least how I'm looking at it right now. So that position is closed, and I'm gonna tell you guys what I want to look for to open another short-term long position, and then what I'm looking for really. So this is the support. I want to see if the support holds. So if the price breaks below the swing low right here, um, which so far it absolutely could, although this would finally make it more clear. Obviously, if we're gonna start hitting this area, the moment we break below the swing low, I personally believe that bearish momentum will build up enough to bring the price back down here where it was previously fluctuating at a previous day. This was like 2 days ago or something like that. So basically, I'm looking to take more short-term long positions here, depending how the volume unravels throughout the rest of this week. Because if we see the price come down and it's struggling to break even into this yellow, and the RSI is showing discounted, which it's it's already pretty much halfway there, and it's only at this price right here. So the RSI is gonna be very much discounted the moment, even just approaching the yellow. So I really want to look for any potential change, a shift in volume that is going to indicate a smaller dip, which, if we want to back it up, we can just use what we have so far, which is the move down, the move higher, which failed to break over the swing high. That's how high, how high it went. So it shows a potential support area here. So yeah, there's a lot of bullish volume that could potentially build up right here around 107.5K. So I really want to pay attention to this, because if this overall area continues to hold, then that can easily support the pathway higher to finally start the trade, or the price to trade within this green area above 115,000 quite easily. It opens up the pathway for that. But here's the thing though. I want to open some short-term long positions here, and what I might end up doing, instead of taking short-term positions, I think what I'm just gonna do is take advantage of this orange, take advantage of the discounted blue, if the price were to come down here, to add to the overall swing trade, the multi-month long swing trade, that's focused on prices going much higher. And I think that's what I might end up doing, because if support holds and we start building bullish momentum off of that, like if I start taking short-term resistance, short-term fib extension areas higher, it's just gonna get crushed. Like, I'm gonna be taking profit on something that's starting to build a ton of momentum higher, and I would rather just let it run. We there's a lot of backwind building up on Bitcoin right now. It's just, and I'm good. Like, I don't need to take a lot of these short-term trades. So honestly, even though I would really like to, because I enjoy short-term trading, I might just take each of these levels as an opportunity to add to the overall swing position instead. And if support fails to hold, around 104,000 to 108,000, or 104 to 107,000 and a half. If it fails, then that opens up the pathway to finally come into this purple area, and then I'll finish accumulating that swing position down here, and I'll accumulate more aggressively down in that area down there, adding to it. But if it doesn't come into this area, then great. We already been accumulating. Like last week I began accumulating. I made a video on it. I told you guys about it, and I'll show that position once I continue to accumulate, because it's still very small. I want to add more to it before it's significant enough. And if it just runs up higher, then great. Like, we accumulated a decent amount, and we're just waiting on prices to break up much higher, well above 115, well above 120k, and then maximize our profit to the upside. Because we are obviously, on an overall move higher. We broke over the previous swing high. We made a decent new swing high. We're just correcting right now, and eventually the price will go up higher so quickly. So it's not something I'm gonna worry about too much. I just want to accumulate at discounted prices. If it comes into the purple gray, I'll accumulate even more aggressively. But basically the purpose of this video is this support area, especially roughly around 107,000, 107.5k, is very important. And the moment we break below 104,300, I'm looking for this area. Now, I'm not invalidating this area just yet, because unless support holds, if support holds and we finally start making a smaller structure uptrend to build up bullish momentum, it can easily bring the price into the green. The moment the price starts trading within the green, then I'm invalidating this area, and we are no longer looking at 100k minus Bitcoin. Instead, we're just looking at aggressive new highs. And again, of course, the way I'm gonna take advantage of this is the swing position I already talked about, and adding more to that swing position as we continue to reach important buy zones. So yeah, let's just see what happens with the support area. Obviously, time will tell. But let's see if we can reach the support area. If it holds, we'll go higher. If not, then great. We actually get to accumulate potentially one more time, in my opinion, below 100k. But this is the big factor right here, and whether or not we're gonna get that or not. So let's see if price holds strong, and I'll keep making update videos on it. It's not really a whole lot to talk about right now. So yeah, we'll get more information on this soon, and we'll continue off of that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.